Hello, everyone. This is Statler,
And I'm Waldorf.
and we're here to talk about the Ninth Age Path of Butchery.
What you read, Mister? This is the ogre magic, right?
This would be for the
Ogre cons.
Ogre Cons. Con.
Now you're really showing our age.
Yes.
Stop it.
We're going to start off with the the Lord's attribute, also known because the Lord gave the path
So
to the Nightshade.
So the Lord gave the path. So now we have a path attribute.
Yes.
Okay, it's a long way of getting there, but we'll go with the path attribute.
Yeah, whatever works, bud.
Can you pronounce that word?
Blood of Kula.
Okay.
Oh, again, you're going to Sakula.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. You know, it's funny as like 5 people on the internet will get that.
Exactly.
No one else. No one else is this old.
Yeah, what can I do?
All right.
Hogan, I see nothing. Caster. Instant lasts one turn. Target recovers one wound lost earlier in the battle. Gains +1 toughness. And attacks with poison attacks against the target. Lose this special rule.
What?
In attacks with poison attacks against
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
target. Yes, this is
Correct.
yes, okay.
He can't be poisoned, basically.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Okay. This is a nice lore attribute. The makes it so you can take a few more chances, I think, with your mage. The ogre mages have decent stats,
They got decent staff, decent
so,
number of wounds.
so no reason not to put him in the combat.
I mean, the minimum wounds for an ogre mage is what, 4?
I think so.
So you can lose a wound here and there and
right
pull them back.
and you can get them back. So they have an okay number of attacks. You can give them a good weapon, and so that they can actually fight. So
What were we looking at earlier that gave the wound back? The dark magic.
Right.
Was it dark?
yes,
Black magic.
Black magic.
Sorry. Black magic gave a strength 5 hit and a wound back if you did a wound and if you could cast
Correct.
it. This is much better.
Oh, absolutely.
Because not only are you getting a wound back, you're getting a toughness
And
back.
you're getting a +1 toughness
Yeah, and immune to poison, which, yeah.
that lasts a full turn.
Yeah,
+1 toughness.
correct. So this is really good. Nice attribute.
This is very nice, I said, particularly for an army that their mages can fight.
Correct.
I mean, not as well, of course, as their heroes and lords, but
Heroes and lords are monsters.
scary. But they can fight, and you can do some damage with them. So the +1 toughness makes them very survivable.
All right. The default is Teeth Cracker. Cast on a 7 or an 11. The range is 18, or you can go a 12-inch bubble for the boosted version. It's an augment that lasts 1 turn. Target gains +1 toughness. I love this spell. Default spell, cast on a 7, 18-inch, +1 toughness. +1 toughness is huge, especially on ogres who are already 4s.
Yep.
Make them 5s. You know, you've got those big Mornfang. Sorry. Anyway, you got their monstrous cav, which are already toughness 5. Bump them up to 6.
Their
It's
characters.
fantastic spell. Yeah. Anyway.
Cast it on your mages in combat. Now you're +2.
Yep. No, I love this. Anyway,
No,
Enough
this is a great spell. 7's a
and on a lore, the aura at 11, that's cheap for every unit within 12.
Yes.
+1 toughness.
It is a long
This
range.
is, kind of a little broken.
just a trifle bit.
Yeah. The base, I don't think, is that bad. I mean, it should be probably an 8 or a 9, but 11 for everything within 12 is...
Yeah. Well, considering the army that this belongs to, which
Correct.
is the only army that can use it is the Ogre Khans,
An already tough army.
which is already somewhat tough. This is really synergizes extremely well, since everything's multi-wound pretty much.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, good spell.
That brings us to the Marrow Drinker. 6 to cast, 9 in the boosted version, range of 12. Range is 24 for the augment. I'm sorry, range is 24 for the boosted version. It's an augment. Last 1 turn. Target gains stubborn. This is nice. Even in the world of steadfast, this is nice.
A 6 casting value for stubborn.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
This is beyond nice.
This is nice.
This is an awesome spell.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you can cast it out to 24 on a 9.
Yep.
Incredible spell.
Yep.
Anyway, which leads us to the Entrail Gorger. It's cast on a 6, boost to a 10. It has an 18-inch range, or you can go with a 12-inch aura on the boosted version. It's an augment, last one turn, target gains +1 strength. So, for a casting cost of 6, we're getting +1 strength.
Yes.
So now your base ogre bulls, which are only strength 4,
Our strength 5.
now become strength 5
And
with
your
3
managers?
attacks each or
And so
whatever,
your,
and just destroy stuff.
Mercenary ogres?
Yeah, incredible.
Yes.
This is an incredible thing. Even worse is the boosted 12-inch.
Another aura.
It's another broken 12-inch. You know, I'm glad these spells are about, these paths are about over, because not going to get that soundbite in time.
Wait till we get to chaos.
Do they have a lot of auras? But anyway, 6 casting for +1 strength, awesome. 10 for the 12-inch aura,
Fantastic.
beyond fantastic.
Yep.
Again, borderline broken. Right? You agree, or am I going a little overboard on that?
I think the casting value is a bit low when you think of wild form, where you get
Yeah.
both, but for a relatively higher number.
You're hitting everything within 12. That's 5. That could be up to 5 units.
Yeah, for an army that already has decent strength
Right.
and other advantages, it's quite good. Yes.
All right. What else?
That brings us to the number 3, Bone Crusher. Cast on a 7. Boosted version is a 12. Range is 24. Boosted version's range is 36. It's a hex. It's a missile and it's damage. It's instant. Target suffers 2d6 strength 2, strength 3 in its boosted version, with armor piercing 6. Very nice.
For a casting of 7, this is
For
an
casting
awesome
of
spell.
7, it's a magic. Oh, it's only a strength 2, but
Yeah, it's
ignoring armor
piercing.
is. Oh, it's more than armor piercing.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's uber armor piercing.
Sorry. Wrong
So-
armor. Yes.
No one wants really that going off on any kind of elf or human.
Elf, humans, yeah, especially heavy armored stuff where
Exactly. Any kind of cavalry
where
is
you're
gonna.
depending on your armor.
Exactly.
This is wounding most of that on a 5,
Yep.
unless they boost it. Then it's getting you on a 4.
Exactly. No, very nice for a casting value of 7 for doing, the armor piercing 6.
Correct. Yeah, great spell.
Yes.
Number 4 is the Brain Slurper. Cast on a 7, boost up to a 10. Range 36, boosted to 72. What the heck?
Double.
Hex. It's instant, last one turn. Target must immediately make a panic test. If that's on a 7 at 36 inches,
Yep.
must immediately make a panic test. If you boost it,
Anybody on the table.
additionally, everyone hates that unit.
Yes.
That's really good.
And it's 72, so you can be in the opposite corner of the table.
You could be anywhere on the board, and it's
Not that 36 is usually going to have.
it's
to
a hex. You don't have to see it. You don't have to be in front of it. You're just, really good spell.
Yeah, no, it's very nice. Getting all the rerolls after you've boosted your strength.
Yeah.
Very nice. Troll's Heart, 5th spell, 11 to cast, 14. Oh my, they actually have something that's not low to cast. 14 on the boosted
Yeah.
version. Range is 12. Range is 24. For the boosted version, it's the augment. Last one turn. Target gains regen 4. Regen 4, not regen 5.
Not Regen 5.
But it does have a decent casting value. Regen on
Still only 11.
on ogres is kind of scary just because the number of wounds that they carry
Yep. That is another fantastic spell.
is a nice spell.
11 to cast is not. I mean, 11's a decent sized number. 3 is not going to reliably do it.
Right.
You're going to need 4 dice
you
for
need,
that
you need 4 dice.
to reliably do it. I mean,
Yes.
3 will get it off 50% of the time.
And
but
it's range 12, so your mage is going to have to be close by. You're going to have to keep your blocks together,
right, but it's a fantastic spell.
which you should do with this army because leadership isn't fantastic.
'Cause I think what was it we looked at earlier? The the orc one gave you, for casting of 11, gave you a 5-up ward save.
Right.
There's the debate whether ward is better than regeneration
Yes.
or whatever, but that doesn't really matter.
But-
It's a great spell.
If we assume that they're the same thing, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is very nice.
And I guess that gives us number 6 spell, which is Giants.
So if you cast it on
Go.
the unit that you're in,
Yeah.
and you miscast,
Spell goes off first.
spell goes off first,
Right.
so you're giving yourself
You're giving yourself a save
instant
versus
protection
your,
against
yeah,
the miscast. You know?
Correct. Doesn't stop you if you go down the hole or whatever. But
Sure. And then if
still.
you happen to cause a wound on your mage, you get the lore attribute to bring it back.
Lore attribute goes first.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah.
So, anyway. Number 6 is Giant's Gullet. Cast on at 12, boost to a 14. Range is 18, boost to a 12. It's a hex, it's direct, and damage. Instant, last one turn. Target instantly suffers d6 strength 5 hits with armor piercing 6. If one or more wounds were dealt, the target cannot march and rolls 1 die less for charge range, flee, pursue, and overrun distances. This is kind of almost a dud, isn't it?
Compared to the other ones, yeah.
I mean, the other number 6 spells, or even the spells in this lore, this one's d6 strength 5 hits is not. I mean, they're armor piercing, but armor piercing 6, basically no armor.
But it's only D6.
But it's only d6
Could be
strength 5
6.
hits.
Could be 1.
Yeah, you can kind of. Anyway, and that just means you can't march. Roll 1 less dice for.
Well, the 1 less dice is very helpful.
Yeah.
Same for so
Anyway,
especially for flee, if you want to make sure that you catch somebody that you think you're going to build.
yeah,
Because
but
you
if
don't-
you're
you
already
don't-
in fighting with them, you can't cast it on them, can you?
It's a hex.
It's the damage.
Oh, it's got the direct damage. Yeah,
direct and damage, so I don't think you can cast it on them if
yeah,
you're fighting
that's
already.
true. That's true.
I don't know. I think this is kind of a dud. But
It's a bit high casting value for being the uber spell for what it does.
I'm okay with it being a dud because the other spells in this lore, this path, are incredible.
Yes.
So having a dud 6 does not hurt them one bit.
Yeah. No, this is
Because quite frankly, you want to save the dice for the other stuff.
I mean, this lore definitely does synergize as well. It's designed, I think, pretty well for the ogres. It is a close combat army, and it has a lot of buffs to really help it fight better.
Correct.
And for the regular guys, you kind of need that. They still are only strength 4 and toughness 4. But on the characters or on some of the special units, when you start getting up to strength 5, strength 6, and toughness
Tough
5,
6.
with these boosts, it becomes quite painful to fight that. So, with that said, I don't have a challenge with what they've done for here. I just think the casting values are a bit on the low side because you can really spam out a lot of spells because there's so many low casting values.
Well, I think 2 things. The casting values.
For spells, it can do a lot for an army that's at that borderline. A
Correct.
+1 toughness, +1 strength is a big deal.
Is a huge deal,
Yeah.
yes. Because they're right at strength 4, tough
Exactly.
4. Then
Strength 4, strength 5. This makes a difference. When you're at strength 3 +1, it's helpful, but it's not
Right.
such a big deal. When you can go from 4 to 5 or 5 to 6, that makes a huge difference.
I agree. And I don't know. These aura spells are all too low casting costs,
Oh, absolutely.
in my opinion.
No, I think the casting values is the problem.
Yes.
I think the design of most of the spells, except for maybe the last one, and that's really based on its casting value. The design, I think, of the spells fits the army really well. I think they did a good job. I think the casting values are a bit off. If you're taking this army, I think you really want this lore. And then I really like the lore attribute, which I think gives a little too much for a lore attribute.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said, because we were looking at other ones that just gave the wound back. This gives you
Right.
the wound back and a toughness.
Exactly, and
And ignore poison,
And
which is
ignore
not a
poison.
huge deal,
it
but
isn't huge. No.
still kind of nice. Just an extra little buff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, it is. I don't know if they can put a mage on a monster mount or not. I don't think they can, but
I don't know.
yeah, if they
What were
can,
you saying?
then ignore.
Not if it's a monster mount, because then it's only the monster.
Yeah.
I guess you could. Can you put a mage on a that monstrous calf model they have?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, because then that would matter more. Because then it would help you against, poison shooting.
Yeah,
but,
the little skinks or
Yeah.
whatever they are.
Yeah.
Anyway, any poison.
But otherwise, it's I think it's. I definitely, from a Statler vote, I definitely have to give this lore a thumbs up, just because I think it's.
Yeah, Waldorf's right there with you on this one.
Yeah, just
Thumbs up. This is a really good lore.
Yeah.
I mean, the casting values aren't super. Well, they are 6, 6, 7, 7. Anyway,
This is low casting values, almost like all
low
the way down the
casting
board.
all the way down the
You know,
thing.
you can 2 dice almost everything with a good probability.
You can 2 dice everything. The lore attributes.
I mean, assuming you take a +2 to cast, of course.
Yeah,
But
the lore attributes good.
yes,
The base spell is good in low casting.
right.
This checks all the marks for me.
Now,
except
the
for
one
ogre
limitation
spell.
I will say on the lore attribute is the question is can you stack that?
Can you stack the lore attribute?
Yeah, if you get off multiple spells.
Yes.
So that makes it, with these low casting values, it makes it, if you can stack it, it makes it really good.
Well, it makes the one guy. It's just the caster. Is the
Correct, but
limitation.
it
And-
makes them very good for him.
Well, this was really bad before this last edition came out,
Mm-hmm.
and where they corrected, and the ogre casters aren't the monstrous fighters they used to be.
True.
So they toned down their fighting ability a little bit. So
Well, to me, they look about the same. It's just they don't have the ability to take any kind of armor. So
I think they dropped their attacks down. Anyway, I don't know.
We'll look when we
We'll
look
look
at
at it when we get to
yeah.
that. But anyway, both thumbs up on this one, right?
Then again, of course, most of the time they're going to be in the second rank anyway, not getting swung at. So
Exactly.
I
So
guess you can make that argument too.
correct.
Yeah.
But it's still a fantastic lore attribute.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, thumbs up, definitely.
Thumbs up. 2 thumbs up for that one.
Okay.
Thank you very much, and that's it for the Path of Butchery.
Butchery.